Welcome all of you once again. In this video lecture, we will understand about the mechanism of active transport and its types. Basically, active transport can be categorized into two types, primary active transport and secondary active transport. Primary active transport is the type of transport mechanism in which the energy is liberated directly from the breakdown of ATP. By this method, the substances like sodium, potassium, calcium, hydrogen, and chlorine are transported across the cell membrane. Primary active transport of sodium and potassium or sodium potassium pump can be taken as the example as you can see in the figure. Sodium and potassium ions are transported across the cell membrane by means of a common carrier protein called sodium potassium pump. In the figure, this is the sodium potassium pump. This pump transports sodium from inside to outside the cell and potassium from outside to inside the cell. This pump is present in all cells of the body. Sodium potassium pump is responsible for the distribution of sodium and potassium ions across the cell membrane and the development of resting membrane potential. Let us understand about the mechanism of sodium potassium pump. See, in the figure you can clearly see that 3 sodium ions from the cell get attached to the receptor site of the sodium ions on the inner surface of the carrier protein. Here, in the inner surface of the carrier protein, 3 sodium ions gets attached, while 2 potassium ions outside the cell bind to the receptor site of the potassium located on the outer surface of the carrier protein. The potassium ions are ready to bind up with the site or receptor sites present in this pump for potassium ions. Binding of sodium and potassium ions to carrier proteins activate the enzyme ATPase. As you can see here, ATP also gets binded to the sodium potassium pump, and thus the ATPase gets activated. ATPase causes breakdown of ATP into ADP with the release of one high energy phosphate. Now, the energy liberated causes some sort of conformational changes in the molecule of carrier protein. You can clearly see in the figure that there is a conformational change taking place. In the first figure, you can see that the opening is towards the cytoplasm, but in the second figure, you can see that there occurs a conformational change, and the mouth towards the extracellular fluid or space gets open up, while the end towards the cytoplasmic sacs gets closed. Because of this, the outer surface of the molecule now faces the inner side of the cell, and the inner surface of protein molecule faces the outer side of the cell. This causes dissociation and release of ions, so that sodium ions are released outside the cell and the potassium ions are released inside the cell. Sodium ions getting outside the cell while potassium ion gets inside the cell. Exact mechanism, however, is not yet known, but this is the basic mechanism of sodium potassium pump. Also, the another type of active transport is that of secondary active transport. Let us understand about the secondary active transport. In the figure you can see the secondary active transport is a transport of substance with sodium ions by means of a common carrier proteins. When sodium is transported by a carrier protein, another substance is also transported by the same protein simultaneously, either in the same direction or in the opposite direction. Thus,